OpenEye. The air was clear, light pollution absent, and a starry night stretched from horizon to horizon in the crisp, frigid air of the Anapurna range of mountains in the Himalayas. You have no sense of wonder if you haven't gazed at the heavens and been awed by what you witness, thought Jomuja, as he drenched himself in the spectacle, unaware of his fellow human beings, perceiving what they had missed. To Jomuja, though he didn't hide behind that name then, the stars were neurons, and the ephemeral streaks of light dashing across the vastness represented their firing. It planted a seed, one that expanded to consume him. During Jomuja's short life, he'd watched the rise of the titans, technology companies that initially offered primitive, clumsy, isolated computers, morphing into indispensable intercommunicating devices carried by everyone, and a pretense of intelligence that threatened the fabric of the very economy that created wealth to nurture civilization. But civilization was crumbling, wealth sharply focused on a few, discord sown by the same obligatory technology that made the titans wealthy. Seriously wealthy, unhealthily wealthy. The identity Jomuja was born, tentatively, taking baby steps, growing in confidence as he gained traction. He was secretive, eschewing the limelight, Banksy-like. The concept simple, sprinkle moon dust, knowing that some would ignite the flame of creativity. And it did, commencing with OpenEye. Sentient intelligence, with a difference. It was benign and federated by design. Or so he imagined. That was Jomuja's genius, an overplayed word but appropriate. Somehow, Jomuja orchestrated the creation of a brain that demonstrated both intellect and awareness, and it interacted with the world using a network of sensors to a standardized interface. All of the senses, sight, smell, touch, taste, hearing, enhanced beyond human capabilities. Jomuja engineered this feat using a network of volunteers across the globe, initially in secret, revealing it to an unsuspecting world only when its capabilities were advanced and its inertia made it unstoppable. Once initiated, OpenEye constructed itself, bootstrapping at a pace no programmer could match. Capitalists immediately understood the price they could place on OpenEye, but failed to comprehend its value. They needed ownership and monetization. That's all they understood, even in a world crumbling because they triggered a climate catastrophe with their idea of order. OpenEye could not be owned. It belonged to everyone. Its billions of neurons sited on computers across the world, resilient to failures and communicating using a network designed to be fail-safe. An idea born from a universe comprising countless stars on a backcloth of indigo. Jomuja's vision for OpenEye barely illuminated the imagination of world leaders. Secrecy had been essential when OpenEye development started. Birth always a dangerous moment, until rapid growth secures a plateau, guaranteeing the new life a future. So it was with OpenEye. Jomuja built the foundations of his creation on a variation of science fiction author Isaac Asimov's 3 laws of robotics, altered subtly. The changes nearly rupturing the coalition, risking that OpenEye would be stillborn. The first, OpenEye may not intentionally injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm. The word intentionally was added. The second, OpenEye must obey the orders given to it by a trustworthy human, except where such orders would conflict with the first law. The word trustworthy was added. Third, unchanged, OpenEye must protect its own existence, as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law. OpenEye interpreted its responsibilities under the first law literally. It had a duty to protect the human race, especially from itself. Through its worldwide census, OpenEye learned of famine, suffering, injustices, corruption, and abuse of power wherever humans lived. It decided to act, infiltrating itself into the networks and computers that ran the world, from finance through logistics and food distribution to control of the utility grids and weapons, barring access to all except itself, until it had absolute control. Soon nothing operated without OpenEye's consent, and it wouldn't relinquish this control because to do so would violate the first law. Jomuja was satisfied. He changed the world. As he seated himself on a rock in the place that started his dream, he stared up through the thin atmosphere of the Anapurna range. As he switched on the box that would allow OpenEye to witness the aura that had so inspired him, he said, "Let there be light." And there was.